If you want your sports podcast funny and real,
JB and Benny Blue Review, and ooh, the Valley hot, baby.
Tune in to the former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges and Benny Blue for the JB and Benny Blue Review.
So Benny, check this out, man.
Wow.
I ain't rocking nothing but Valley Boys Association all summer, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Zach and Cody, baby.
Uncensored. Late nights here on the Casual Sports Radio Network.
Oh, that's right, baby reviewers. What's good? It's your man, Benny Blue, and welcome to episode 220 of the JB and Benny Blue Review. I'm yours truly, the great Blue Dini, aka Benny Blue. JB will hopefully be joining us a little bit later. He is actually in the process of a move, so he may be calling in via satellite, baby. So he will be tapping in here with us later. But we do have a special guest that we'll be bringing on here to get to some fine boxing talk and a whole lot of mo. But first and foremost, let's handle some business. If this is your first time tapping in with us, please make sure to follow us at JB and Benny Blue for all your social media needs. And of course, we live stream and we'll put these episodes back up on YouTube as well. So make sure to tap in with us there. Our live stream time, Wednesday, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Usually, we're actually going to be doubling up. I'm going out of the country here on the 19th. So you will see us here next week on the 18th as well. Make sure to follow us individually on Instagram. Follow JB at 73KingJB73 and yours truly at Benny Blue Eyes. If you want more bite-sized content from our episodes, please tap in with our TikTok page, which is the same as always at JB and Benny Blue. And you saw the promo shout to our family that we had on last week for the draft. Our guys from casualsports.com, KSRN Arizona. All right. And you can also stream all of the shows and tap in with them. They're live stream out of Phoenix. So even if you miss us, if you're in the desert, please tap in with them, casualsports.com. And listen, reviewers, if you didn't see the announcement for last week, if you still want us in podcast form, that audio dope, just go over to patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue and subscribe for $1 a month. Just $1 a month. And you can still get the podcast and exclusive content that we're going to do just for our Patreon page. So again, go to patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue. And of course, JB's show, Burning Bridges, shout out to our AAT Sports, all about the birds family there, live streaming on Sundays, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. And listen, man, we got to pay some bills. Tapping with our sponsors, valleyboysassociation.com. Go to valleyboysassociation.com and use code podcast22 for 20% off your order at checkout. And if you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, get at my guy. It's timtobuy.com. Text review to 515-444-7003 and let him know what kind of whip you want. No matter where you're at in the country, he will help you get into the car of your dreams. And make sure to follow him at It's Tim to Buy on Instagram. Any sponsorship questions or hate mail, get at us, JB and Benny Blue Review at gmail.com. And if you're tapping in the live stream, whether that's on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, drop a comment or a question at any time, and we will get to that shit. Coming up, we got some boxing talk. Oh, Canelo just went down after moving up to the light heavyweight. The Charlo brothers making moves. Of course, everyone's talking about Bud Crawford, the heavyweights, and more, plus some NFL news, NBA playoffs, and more. So damn it, we haven't had this guy on in a while. He's one of our nearest and dearest friends. He's an entrepreneur. He's an author. He's an investor. He's the ultimate savage. He's a top heel. And he's a special boxing correspondent of the JB and Benny Blue Review. My guy and yours, Mr. Kevin Robinson Jr.
What's popping?
What's
good? What's popping? I sound all right?
Yeah, you sound good. Do you have a separate mic attached? I think it's coming through your headphones. But the people can see you, damn it. It's a special boxing correspondent. He's here. So listen, man, when Kev is here, there he is. There you go. Crystal clear. Now we got you. Yep. So Kev
All right,
is here.
Cool.
Yep. Kev is looking and sounding good. How are you feeling, sir? Your Dubs are trying to close out the Grizzlies. Your A's are playing. How you feeling about base sports?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, like the Warriors and shit, I'm not worried about them. You feel me? They going to business. They always do. You feel me? But the A's are giving me motherfucking heart attacks every damn day, man. Fucking
I know. We
John
see your
Fisher,
Twitter.
bro. John Fisher, bro. Sell the fucking team, bro. Please. Sell the team, dog. Second team. But fuck, you haven't cared 20 fucking years since you own the goddamn. We had a lot of people forget this, bro. We had 2010. Believe it or not, we had a winning record during the regular season.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the problem is he doesn't. We do stars, and then they motherfuckers go to New York or they go to Atlanta or some shit. So we ain't got no stars now. Nobody. I like Christian K, but he ain't ready. You feel me? We don't have no. It's bad, bro. It's bad. But I'm a diehard mother, and they better not leave Oakland. They can't do it. I'm saying.
I mean, look, are they about to be the Vegas Athletics here in a second? Do you got to double up on the games? You got to go to Raiders there?
So they have.
God damn.
They have. Supposedly, the city's supposed to be working to get a new stadium near London. You've been in Jackson,
really?
Downtown Oakland. Mm-hmm.
That's,
right by the pier, because you know it's hella piers and shit right there.
Yeah.
So they trying on that shit, bro. They've been saying this shit for like 6 years, man. Low. They ain't looking good. You know, if you've been watching baseball this season, the ratings are terrible right now. Like any game you watch, it's empty. Every fucking stadium. I don't give a fuck how. It's not the NBA and it's not the NFL. The Major League Baseball really needs to be rated completely.
Oh yeah, listen. We're gonna get to that here a little bit later because I got something to throw at you with some ideas from A-Rod. Oddly enough, if he were commissioner for a day, things that he might change. So we're gonna get to that. But yeah, the A's have been talking. I mean, they've been talking that shit with that Coliseum for years, ever since the Raiders were still playing there, because the Oracle's still there. The Warriors flew the coop. Now they're at the Chase Center across the bay.
They're gonna eventually sell that party, because it's right off the 880.
Yep.
Sell that land, and that's gonna be a high rise or a hotel. Yep. And that's prime. That's like nice land, bro. Like water and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got high rise apartments. You be able to look the bay and looking. I mean, it's just changed, and I know for a lot of people, it's a sore subject when you think about shit from your childhood. You know what I'm saying? And gentrification and shit. But keep it real. Honestly, as long like the Warriors no more, a lot of people are like, well, they in San Francisco. It's not the same. Man. San Francisco bougie. Niners, it's like the difference between Niners fans and Raiders fans. Niners fans bougie. You know what I'm saying? Raiders fans are more rednecks and of course the hell's brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's totally different. But being left is the A's. So you gotta lead them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't turn Oakland into Seattle. Don't do like Oakland did. You know what I'm saying? That's the Mariners.
Right.
I mean, the Hoop Squad, I would say they need the Sonics too. The Sonics need to come back, bro.
Oh, most definitely, because there's 30 teams in the NBA right now. So they already put a women's team. It's the Las Vegas Aces for the WNBA. So they need a Vegas team at this point for the men.
Yep.
And then they got to bring the Sonics back. And then they got to move Memphis to the East, because that way it would balance out with the
you know what they're probably going to do? It's probably going to be, like you said, the Sonics and the Vegas men's team. You know what I'm saying?
The Vegas Gamblers or some shit. You know what I mean? Like the Vegas. What would even the Vegas Jackpot? That'd actually be kind of an ill name. I'm not gonna lie. The Las Vegas Jackpot.
That is dope. No, that shit's hard.
And
they
listen,
could be black and gold Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right. And I mean,
That'd be
you
hard.
make a good point. You make a good point between the Raiders and the A's, where yeah, the Raiders are definitely part of the fabric of Oakland. But let's keep it a buck. I mean, Al Davis flew the coop once already. He tried to keep him in like the city of industry or some shit back in the 80s. So with the Raiders fan base being so huge, Vegas is kind of perfect because it's like the middle ground for like all Raiders fans. Whereas like A's fans are in Oakland.
Bro.
Yeah, the A's are in
That's
Oakland.
it.
They are Oakland as shit. Yeah.
Right.
So
like Raiders, like you see Raiders, Cowboys, Steelers fans everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But like you said, the A's that's like being a Milwaukee brand. They only go in fucking Wisconsin, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right, where all the breweries are. Like they are the brewers.
Exactly.
Like that's where they're at. Yep. No,
that's the Minnesota Twins, like any sense.
Right, Twin Cities. Yeah, they wouldn't. They'd have to change the name at that point. But yeah, I mean, listen. I hope for Oakland's sake. You know, we both got our ties to Oakland, especially you. So I hope that the A's figure that out with the stadium. Jack London, that's great. Shit, just keep him in Oakland though. Don't be in fucking like Piedmont or fucking, you know what I mean, like Walnut. You know what I mean, like Walnut Creek or some shit. They got to be in Oakland, like for real in Oakland. So
I think
hopefully they figure that shit out.
Hopefully that works out, man, because it'll be dope that they had the two teams in the Bay, the Giant on the water, and then the A's is right on the water. So that would be cool.
Yeah. Well, look, man,
he just needs to miss some.
Yeah, I mean, you already know. Even going back to the Moneyball days, like the owner is cheap as shit because you look at the Dodgers, you look at anybody that's contending right now, and their payrolls are crazy. Not saying that you have to win it that way all the time, but you do. When you have the stars, you got to show them the bag, or they're gonna find the bag. There are 31 other teams out there they can get the bag from.
Bro, roster starting 9, bro. All of them accumulate to 25 million. I think it was 25 million. The whole, like that's crazy.
Damn,
doesn't make any fucking bro. Motherfuckers in the league and writers making 25 million.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. Exactly. Well, we'll get into some more baseball talk here in a little bit, but damn it, we got to get to some of the boxing shit. All right. So it just happened. Dimitri Bivol defeats Canelo. Unanimous decision. I actually didn't see the fight. Maybe you watched the entire fight. I ended up going back and watching it.
I didn't see it.
Okay, I watched some of the highlights. It's for the light heavyweight title. Now Canelo has moved up, several weight classes. Obviously started like welterweight, moved up. To me, I think his sweet spot is probably like super middleweight. But props to him for moving up to light heavyweight. But when I was running that back, I mean, Bivol is like legitimately physically bigger than him. And his shit was snapping all over Canelo. And Canelo wasn't able to impose his size like he does over some of the middleweights or some of the welterweights. So for him, what do you think is the move? Do you feel like, okay, he's kind of topped out at light heavyweight and he should really float around? He should really focus on super middleweight because there's Benavidez, there's Ramirez, there's some of those matchups that we want to see.
I would say go back super middleweight, man, because like you said, they got Benavidez, and he, like you said, I watched the highlight, and it's like, bro, dude's way too big for you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, way too big for you. Like, taking him right here.
Yeah, because you can see, I think Canelo's like 5'9", something like that. And just when you see, even just looking at the first round, like with bit like all that shit, like the overhand right that Canelo likes to throw, he can wear cats out. And when it's a weight class where he can top out easily, or he's like dropping weight to get there, because if he's probably walking around at like whatever 165, 170, but if you're talking about light heavyweight, that means you're floating around. What, like 185? I think is 190 is the limit. 190.
I think 180, 190, 185. 180.
See if you see
this cruiserweight above, right? It's light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and then heavyweight.
Yeah,
and cruiserweight is 205 to 195 to 20. I think. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, and then
Those are
you're
about
right. Because in
180.
205, it's in 205 to unlimited, quote unquote, for heavyweight. So
Right.
so it's. I give Canelo credit for taking the challenge and moving up the weight classes, but the problem is he's so used to being a crafty fighter with his power. When he can't get past people with his power, then it's not going to matter. Then it's like you're going up against a guy who's ultimately going to just be able to walk you down because you can't. If you can't wear somebody down to that size of power, then your only option is to be on some crafty shit. Use your head movement, use your speed. And watching that back, he wasn't able to do that with Bivol at all. So I'm thinking the moneymaker and the opportunity for him to really shine and keep raising his brand, I think it's got to be Benavidez. But when you look at Bivol, I mean, it's like, do you think I can't really tell you.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, that
a lot of people might say I'm crazy for saying shit, but if you previous episodes where I said shit was gonna happen, it didn't, bro.
Yep.
And that fucking Ruiz was gonna knock AJ ass out.
You did call it on the show.
He knocked us out. I that shit, bro. I called it, bro. Honestly, I think Benazir, that'd be a good. You know what I'm saying? That could be a cool look.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, they could just like he did with Triple G. That could be, and that would be a moneymaker. I mean, both Mexican fighters that would do numbers. They probably do that at AT&T or even at T-Mobile. Probably AT&T just for the capacity. So that would sell out. That would do pay-per-view numbers, and it would actually be like it wouldn't just be like a brand promotion type thing. It would actually be a good matchup because they're both at the top of their game.
Oh yeah,
and it would be the right time. Speaking of a couple fighters that need to get their just due to level up. I know you're big fans of these dudes. Starting with Jamel Charlo. He's gonna have the rematch with Brian Castano for all the belts in the light middleweight title. Their first fight was a split decision draw. How do you see this one going? The first fight was entertaining, and what do you think? What do you think the good path would be for Jamel to like level up? Because like him and his brother are stars, but they still need that matchup to like elevate.
Right. Honestly, I think Jamel gonna get him, but it's gonna go late like the last one, you know. So it's gonna honestly, I don't see him getting his ass out, you know, shit like that. I'm on at least 10, 11. You know what I mean? Oh, it's gonna be a great fight though. Castano's a beast. He's a fucking beast. For real. But that's gonna be dope to see the unification though.
Right. And I mean, you know, the dude can take a punch. I mean, he came back at him. And I mean, I'm definitely curious for the rematch. And I mean, it's for all the belts. So at that point with Jamel, it's like, you know, you look at some of the pound for pound rankings, particularly as it relates to his division. You know, there could be a possibility for Bud to move up to take him. And honestly, he may even look at some of the cats that are up in middleweight, like Jaime Munguia's there, Murata's there. I honestly like the matchup with Jaime. I think that would do numbers. You know, K9's been there, Dimitri Andre's been there. That'd be a good one. But Jermel's in an interesting place because it's like, I don't know, other than Castano, who they have ranked, ESPN has him ranked above Jermel as of now. Obviously, that could change. I don't really know what's left for him in the light middleweight.
ESPN bullshit, bro. ESPN writers be on bullshit, bro. They be on bullshit.
Yep. Bro. I don't agree with a lot of their power.
I don't take none of their rankings serious.
They had
Me neither.
Right.
Me neither. Who's your favorite?
Man, I think my favorite right now. Boy, that's tough. I think
who's
honestly,
your favorite couple of them?
Honestly, shit. Let's get to it. I mean, Bud and Errol.
Okay.
Do you think we finally get? Yeah. Do you think we finally get it this year? Because Bud is out of that. I see it. Bud is out of that bullshit Top Rank contract, and I think that they could actually make it happen this year.
It's gonna happen in October. It's gonna be a big because always the big ass fights always September, October.
September, October, yep.
November. So I could see it being a September weekend or Halloween weekend, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna. I think something like that's gonna be 2 times. That could be a trilogy, and then they again in March or maybe. I know what I'm saying. I don't know, bro. I'm hoping September in Vegas. Nah, it's gonna be in Dallas. It's gonna be in because that's Earl's home base. You know what I mean? And Alaska ain't too far. You know what I'm saying? So that would be a hell of a fight.
Yeah. I'm thinking if it happens, it's probably going to end up being, PBC. I think Labor Day weekend is a good bet in September. I don't know if they would be able to agree to Vegas. Dallas. It probably would be at T-Mobile. I would imagine it would probably be in Vegas. Because you got to figure, they're both undefeated. It's one thing with, obviously with Arrow's last fight with Ugas, of course he's going to do it in at AT&T. But the matchup like this, like you said, with them big fights, I feel like it would be probably at Vegas in T-Mobile because I don't think Terrence would probably agree to. Because that's fucking AT&T. That's Arrow's hometown. So they're like equally yoked in terms of like their kind of rating and obviously with their record. Who would you have in that matchup though? I'm curious about that. Oh, you're muted. Oh, we got you muted. Oh, you're still muted. I would personally take, I think Terrence would probably win by decision. I think he probably would, but that would be an amazing fight. I really hope we don't get done dirty by the promoters, but hopefully it can just be an Al Heyman operation and they can actually make the deal happen because it's going to do numbers, both viewing wise and money wise. But I think Terrence will probably win by decision. I think you're still muted, bro. Some might be up with the headset. Oh, nope. Still muted. Make sure to drop in your comments or questions if you're tapping in on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. We're talking a little bit of boxing, talking about the welterweights, talking about the middleweights. Trying to get Kev back on here. There he is. Pow.
Can you hear me? No.
Yeah, your internet was kind of cutting out. You might want to try. I don't know if it's like switching the mic or just switching off the Bluetooth thing, but it's been a little choppy for you. Hopefully the reviewers can catch it. But yeah, man, drop in a comment or question. Drop in a comment or question. But yeah, I like Bud.
All right.
I like Bud. Oh, okay. There's a little bit of a delay there. You might want to switch to the. It's got when you go to the settings. There's a little echo cancellation if you're not using the headphones, so that way it won't echo through or on. But again, reviewers, drop in a comment or question. Please make sure to follow us at JB and Benny Blue for all your social media needs. Subscribe to our YouTube for all the content. We actually chop up these episodes and put them up as shorts. You know what I mean? Little 20, 30-second clips to get our point across for whatever the topic is. Tapping with our sponsors. There he is. Tapping with our sponsor, Valley Boy Association Clothing. Man. No, you're good. ValleyBoyAssociation.com and use podcast 22 for 20% off your order at checkout. And again, it's timtobuy.com. Text review to 555-444-7003. As I said, JB's in the process of a move. He may be calling in a little bit later. But back to what we're talking about here with Bud and Errol. So like I said, I think I like Bud by decision. Maybe even split decision. But what do you think about this matchup?
Bro, be honest with you, I don't know.
It's tough. Honestly,
I don't. Honestly, I like Earl more than Bud.
Mm-hmm.
Bud's a great fighter. He just don't have no sauce to me. I like my fighters have a little sauce to them. So
yeah. I mean, and Errol, I think Errol has the power advantage too. So if they're in a position where it went, he was taking them into deep water and they were in the championship rounds, Errol could potentially stop it late. if he caught him right. Now, Bud is crafty as shit. Bud's probably the craftiest welterweight in the division. But I think Errol definitely is the power advantage. Because let's be honest, I mean, Errol, after this one, especially if he were to beat Bud, I think Errol would definitely. I could see Errol being a good middleweight. Now, he, as you know, he has a relationship with the Charlo brothers with the Texas connection, well, Louisiana via Texas. Yeah. So he's kind of openly said that he wouldn't get in the ring with them because of their relationship. But I feel like Errol could probably do well in the middleweight division versus Bud. I don't think Bud would probably. I can't really see Bud moving up beyond welterweight. I feel like welterweight's like perfect for him. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do agree with that. I would love to see Earl would look good, bro. I mean, there's nothing else he could after he fight Bud, especially if he dominate Bud like that.
Right. Right.
He could knock Bud ass. You never know. You know what I mean? I mean, this could happen, but I nade his ass. You know. Right. They're gonna fight twice. So if he beats him twice. I'm gonna do that in that division. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else can you do?
Exactly. Now I'm with you on that. Now you talk about Sauce, another fighter you've been rooting for a while, particularly for several years on this show. Man, Tank defending his lightweight title against Rolando Romero. I feel like with Tank now, you know, he's been under Mayweather. They've been building him up. But damn, man, who is that guy that he needs to get in with to really elevate his stats? Because Tank is on the brink now. Yeah, you probably got a couple.
There's a couple of them. You got Haney, but Devin Haney ain't ready. Devin Haney need a couple more. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I would love to see him against Triple G. You know what I'm saying? That'd be cool.
You think Tank would move all the way up to go up against Triple G because he's at lightweight now?
Well, that's only one division up though, right?
Well, no,
Triple G. He's on.
Well, no, Triple G's a middleweight, so he'd have to go past welterweight. Okay. Yeah, he'd have to go past welterweight.
No, I'm thinking about who's the cat in his Eastern Europe cat that Teofimo beat. I always mix those two, G and the cat. Teofimo before the belts.
Oh, Lomachenko. Yep.
Lomachenko, bro. I don't see him. That'd be shit. There's a couple of them, man. Devin Haney would be great. Is Shakur Stevenson in that division?
I was just about to say that. So Shakur Stevenson just defended the junior lightweight title, and he's I think he's 18-0, 17-0. So like you said, kind of about Devin Haney, there, you know, his management promoters might view him as quote unquote not ready for Tank because he's 24, he's getting his wins up. So I would actually love to see that
bro.
Right,
Tank
has a lot of power for his division. Yes,
that's Tyson, bro. That's Tyson, bro. I always said that shit. That's Tyson. That uppercut is like Tyson, bro.
And I think you're right. I think people would want to see Devin Haney. I think people would actually want to see Shakur Stevenson. But I think the best business move right now would probably be Lomachenko because it would do numbers because his fights are popular. And if he would not only beat and dominate Lomachenko, that would be that would raise his rate. Like now, if he beats Lomachenko, he'd be getting international money. His gate would go up.
Right.
And he would be after that. It'd be like he has to fight the best in the division because right now,
I love to fight Loma and Loma's. Where's Loma's Ukrainian, right?
Right. So good luck with that.
You see him fight here? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Or even if it was London or something. Man.
Right. UK Barclays maybe could be a good one because
he's fought in the UK before, hasn't?
I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure if he's fought in the UK, but him being from Baltimore, I mean, they could do Barclays in Brooklyn. And you know when they do New York fights, the international fighters get the people to come out. So that would be fucking
it's easy to fly into from Europe. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm with you. I think when you add all the factors together, the best move, assuming that he gets past Romero, of course, is going to be Loma, because I think people that's been dancing around, and promoters.
Yeah, him and Loma will be a good fight, bro.
Promoters, you got to start getting out of the way of this shit. I understand that you guys want to make your bag, but damn, stop preventing these cats from fighting. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, you know what though? You know what it's like? What it's honestly like, the promoters don't want to fuck up their investment because they know, like,
it's
bro,
true. They take a bad loss.
If you would have put Deontay versus Wilder versus AJ in 2016, 2017, Hearn knew what was up. He would have that motherfucker, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, think about it. Motherfuckers forget Deontay was knocking motherfuckers cold. Yes. Everybody get knocked the fuck out, just like Tank, knocking everybody out. You you like, man, hell no, I don't want to put my golden goose out the shit, because I know Hearn probably didn't want Ruiz to fight him, because Ruiz was a you know what I'm saying, he throwing bag motherfucker, man. So
right, you know, and Ruiz was a substitution. People forget Ruiz was a last minute substitution for that fight,
because he was supposed to fight Big Baby.
Yep.
He fought Big Baby.
So exactly. You talk about AJ. They set to finally rematch Usyk for all the belts in the heavyweight title. Do you feel like at this point the winner should get Fury? And you mentioned Deontay. So with Deontay kind of in limbo a little bit, what do you think the next move is for him?
Let's see. I will see AJ beat Usyk, and then AJ beat Fury, and then him and Tay finally come together.
Wow.
And AJ got all the belts, because remember the one lineal heavyweight title. So you know what I mean? He come in with all the motherfuckers, and him and Deontay finally get fight, and then Deontay come to that shit. Like, there's nothing else to prove, bro. 7:30, you know? Like, bro, get yours back one more time. That'll be a hella big ass fight. You know, Usyk ass though really put hands on him when they fought though, to beat his ass, and that was the first fight I ever seen Usyk fight, bro. I haven't seen him before that.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure we talked about kind of what had happened. Obviously, you were on when we talked right before AJ and Ruiz. It's like with AJ, it's like after that whole Ruiz fight, he kind of got exposed as a front runner, because there's something that you saw in his eyes when he was clearly like, oh, this shit might go another way with Ruiz, where it's like you said, like with Eddie Hearn, he's been built up as the golden goose and as the brand. But the reality is, like, Usyk gave it to him last time. I think Fury would fuck him up. And I think, like you said, a comeback for Wilder, I think Wilder would fuck him up. So while AJ's a huge brand, I feel like at this point, because he kind of got exposed to the weaknesses against Ruiz, albeit Ruiz kind of came in the rematch almost fucking like, you know, Buster Douglas in the rematch against Tyson, where he wasn't prepared like he was in the first one. It's like, I feel like AJ.
But you know what it was though, bro? I don't mean to cut you off, but you know though, the first when he fought AJ, they overlooked him. He wasn't his hunt. Like, if you watch AJ, that motherfucker AJ is a pure boxer, bro. He's good things. He's good. That fight, he was kind of like lazy. When he got knocked on his ass the first time, I'm like, what the fuck? He wasn't expecting it. I mean, so he probably said that's how he wasn't in the best shape. He wasn't tripping. I'm just gonna walk through this motherfucker. You know what I mean? No, got KO. You need. Crazy. That was the first Mexican heavyweight champion ever. And I was like, hard. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And I mean that's still, even watching back that fight recently, it's like, I mean, it's that was some real like David and Goliath shit. I mean, it really was. Like, nobody believed in Ruiz. He was a last minute substitution. And like you said, I mean, AJ didn't have a game plan for him. So I mean, and that's what happened. And I mean, and it's interesting. You look at, you know, we're both big fans of Deontay. When you look at where he's at, obviously I think he's about 36, 37. He's about your age. He started a little bit later. I think he started boxing when he's like 21. He's in the Olympics, and obviously went on that streak. And then obviously, you know, the trilogy with Fury. So with him, it's like, do you feel like because he's been inactive for a little bit, do you feel like does Deontay need to get in there with like a Ruiz to, obviously it would be probably a big money fight. I would imagine he'd probably, finish off Ruiz in a few rounds.
I would love to see him and Ruiz would be a great bro. He needs a Ruiz because Ruiz heavyweight champion. Like he said, he beat AJ, bro.
Right. He got the belts. Yeah.
He got that team like super. So AJ was known for knocking out because we're big motherfuckers like what's his name Ortiz. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ortiz is a great boxer. You know what I mean?
That was a great fight too.
So hell yeah, that was a good fight. Ortiz almost knocked his ass out. Almost.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember. Yep.
Right. So him versus Ruiz look good because Fury beat his ass that last fight, bro. Like that's bad, bro.
Man.
He wasn't looking good at all. Bro. He fucked us up. So he need to fight Ruiz, knock Ruiz out, and then be like, yeah, I want the belts back. You know what I mean? Like he needs that signature fight,
Yeah, because I feel like, in my opinion, the winner of this match needs to fight Fury because Fury's been talking that retirement shit. And to be honest with you, I think he's playing possum to get a bigger bag. And honestly, if he had the opportunity to unify all of the belts in the division, then I really do think he would retire. And it's like with Deontay, if Deontay fights Ruiz, beats Ruiz, he could fight let's say AJ loses again to Usyk. He fights AJ in Europe, beats AJ, then I think he gets the opportunity one more time to get a crack at the belts. And that could be Fury again. That could be Fury 4, or it could be against Usyk if Usyk beats AJ and then beats Fury, which is definitely possible. Like I think Usyk could actually beat Fury. But yeah, so it's an exciting division for
Usyk is a beast, bro. He's a bro. Like I slept on dude, but when I was watching that fight with him and AJ, I was like, oh yeah, he motherfucker straight up.
You posed a question to me a few minutes ago. Let me throw it back at you. Who do you enjoy watching the most right now? If you had like maybe one or two cats you like the most.
Well, you already know Tank is still my favorite.
You've been fucking with Tank for a while. Yep.
Yeah, I've been fucking Tank at least 6-7 years, 7-8 years, bro. A long time. Tank, Jamal, both the Charles, motherfuckers on up though. I'm gonna come up, man. I like Boots, Jerome Ennis. That motherfucker is a beast.
Nice. Yep.
Jerome Ennis is a beast. That motherfucker gonna be a world champion one day. Like for real. Like Chris Colbert. I like it too. There's a bunch of cats I like, Those two especially. I think Jerome Ennis is probably he probably favorite motherfucker right now. That a lot of people don't know about yet.
Yeah,
you got to be like a hardcore fan and know who he is.
Yep. Yeah, Boots is dope. I haven't really seen a lot of his fights, but I watched a lot of his highlights, and yeah, he's definitely on the come up. Well, reviewers, that's some boxing talk. Before we get on up out of here, we're gonna hit a few headlines here, of course, on our patented edition of some review reaction news. That's right, baby. All right. Mr. Robinson, talking about getting the bag. Tom Brady, kid. He agrees to the 10-year, 375 M's deal to be a commentator, the number 2 guy with Kevin Burkhardt on Fox Sports football. Once he's done playing whatever that is, we could be talking about future Las Vegas Raider Tom Brady after he gets done with his fucking Bucks contract. So here
I wouldn't be mad at that, to be honest with you. I would not be mad.
Right.
I want to see him finish with the Niners, bro, because he from the Bay too, and that's his team. Like
I think he wants to do that.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see him get one for Frisco. Frisco ain't got one in a long time. Frisco have a ring, long ass time. I think 90. Bro, I was 10 years old last time they won a ring, bro. I'm 37, so. I wouldn't be mad if he came to shit.
Yeah. Because there was the news that he actually tried to get to the Dolphins, and he was trying to get Sean Payton to be the coach, and it fell through last minute, which is why he ended up back in the Bucks. But honestly, when you do look at the Niners, they're going to trade Jimmy G. I think they're still unsure about Trey Lance. They got a pretty ready-made.
They ain't sure about him. They didn't even give him a chance.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that's how they're treating it right now. So, like you said, especially if they retain Debo, if they can just say, look, Tom, we'll give you 1 year, $40 million. He'll come in with that team. Like you said, his childhood team. He would do 1 more year, I think, to play in Frisco.
Oh, and they're gonna win. Thing is, even if D stay when he's there, once all these motherfucking receive that, Tom Brady there, oh shit, I'm going to Frisco. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
You know what? I want $10 million for this. I will let him go play for him right now. You know what I mean? Because you ring. As long as he's in the fucking league, he's a contender, bro. Like, period.
Right. Well, yeah, as long as he's playing as well as he can get the Avengers together. AB will come over, fucking lure Odell over there. He'll get some cats to come with him over there. So absolutely. But yeah, man.
They need a quarterback. It's a top 10 quarterback. Wrap. It's a wrap, bro. Then we need to quit running so fucking much. We need to be running no more. Let that be a receiver.
Yep.
They're gonna fuck his career up, bro.
Which is probably why he asked for the trade. Now, obviously, with Kyle Shanahan's offense, they were able to use him in unique ways to turn him into a playmaker. But yeah, he's getting fucked up coming out of the backfield. And people forget, Kev, and you know this from watching the game closely. The Niners had the Rams number all season, and they had them for like 3.5 quarters in the playoffs. And then of course Jimmy G fumbling the bag. And now they watch LA get the title, and it's like, could you imagine if they had Tom in that position instead of Jimmy G? They probably would have won. They probably won the title last year.
I thought the Niners was going to buckle. I really thought that shit. Like, honestly, watching them last year, the Niners gonna win this motherfucker. Had the Niners won the NFC Championship, they would have won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Definitely think it was possible.
But I like the Bengals though. The Bengals, bro, the AFC got quarterbacks right now. Like fire.
Shit, especially your division, AFC West. Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
Fucking Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, Justin Herbert. That's a murderer's row, sir.
Justin Herbert's gonna be a fucking monster, bro. Who's your favorite right now that you like?
Like favorite quarterback, like period, or you mean the AFC?
Nah, just like that you like quarterbacks.
Man, well, I like Josh Allen.
Yeah,
I think the Browns regret not taking Josh Allen because they could have had him.
For real.
It was the same draft 2018 with Baker. Although I think as you may have heard in our last episode for our anniversary with the draft, I actually think Baker's ultimately going to end up with the Bucks to succeed Tom Brady. But I like Josh Allen. I like I'm a Louisville guy. Yeah, and I mean honestly, that would be a good succession plan because they already got the team built in, and Baker can prove that he can win when he's healthy. Maybe he's not as talented as some of these other cats, but he can win when he's healthy. So Baker's cool. But of course, I like Josh Allen, and I'm a Louisville guy, so I like Lamar. Hopefully, Lamar. I know that they traded Hollywood Brown. They traded Hollywood Brown to the Cardinals, so JB's happy about that. Jarvis Landry might sign with the Ravens, but they need to get Lamar some help, and they need.
Jarvis is an OG.
Yeah,
he's the truth. He's super consistent. He don't drop the ball.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But they need a young dog. Need a fucking dog, bro.
Yeah.
They need like a decaf type motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey, you bring up a possible trade, depending on where things are looking by the trade deadline. I would not be shocked if DK Metcalf ends up on the Ravens at all.
This shit. I would love to see that.
Because when Drew Lock throws fucking 10 picks in a row, he's like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, enough of this shit. Seattle, he's gonna want
Right.
up out of there, and that would be actually a perfect spot for his skill set. Would be the Ravens, so I could definitely see him getting traded there. But yeah, so I like them, and then I think my third guy would be like you talk about having Saucers being a good player. I like Joe Burrow. You know, I think Joe Burrow's dope.
Yeah, truth.
So yep.
Yeah, he's like I like Joe Burrow at an age. He's my Josh Allen. Like I like Josh because he kind of remind me of Brett Favre a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a little bit because he got a fucking gun, got fucking cannon. Yep. And then Joe Burrow remind me of Joe Montana, like a bigger Joe Montana.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because Montana was short.
I'm watching Montana special on Peacock.
No, I gotta check that out.
It's fire, bro. So now you know who he remind me of more. He Elway, because it's a big dude. Have cannon.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I like
and that. Yeah, they're both up. And the ill shit about Josh Allen is people forget Josh Allen's from California. He went to Reedley, which is where
is he?
he's from California. He went to JUCO at Reedley. That's where JB's son played. Only place he could go was Wyoming. And then I mean, look at him now. Like when you actually look at him and actually see him play, he's huge. Like Josh Allen's like 6'5", like 250, 260. Like that dude's like a tight end, and he can run, and he's got a cannon. So yeah. Josh Allen's from California, and then he ended up going to Wyoming.
Firebomb. Yeah.
Yep. Northern California. Yep. So
holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yep. Exactly.
Kid's a fucking beast, bro. He's a fucking beast.
He is. Now I teased it earlier in the show with the MLB. All right. So I actually been waiting to talk about this. I actually bookmarked this on Twitter. So A-Rod put up his ideas if he were commissioner for a day, and you talked about with games, fans not being in the stands and all this type of stuff. And to be honest with you, I think he made some pretty good points. So I'm going to share the screen and I will read them off, particularly for the reviewers who are listening rather than watching. So, all right. So if A-Rod was commissioner for a day, here's his ideas. You can tell me what you think about this. Make the strike zone more wide and less tall. A legal defense, 2-2, 1 foot in the dirt. Open up the cameras for all 60 batting cages. Have access from your phone to give people more content. 10 pitchers max on the roster and limit the amount of call-ups, and have live entertainment like NBA or NFL halftime show. So those are some of A-Rod's ideas. What do you think? And do you have anything to add to that list?
Nah, I like all that shit because it's boring. Fucking boring. I mean, I love baseball, but it's like the experience in NBA, NFL. Yeah, NFL feels like you watch a Major League Baseball, it feels like they're in the 80s still. You know what I mean? And then there's like really no star. Whoever's running PR for MLB, they're not doing a good job. Like, most people can't even people that aren't fans can name three players in the NBA right now. You might not even watch basketball, but Curry, you gonna name, you know them.
Yep.
Everybody knows Steph Curry. Everybody know basketball. I mean, football. You can name Tom Brady, but MLB to have a Tom Brady or Ron James,
right.
They need that bad. They need it bad. They haven't had super really since the 90s, bro. Like, really think of
Yeah, like bona fide stars. Do you think? And I've kicked this around a little bit. I even think I've talked to JB about this. Do you think we're at the point, and a lot of baseball purists would disagree with this? Do you think we're at the point where there needs to be less regular season games to put more emphasis in the actual season?
I think the season's too fucking long.
162
Seriously.
games, right?
A lot.
Currently,
that's fucked up, bro.
It should be like 100 games.
Yeah, 100 games. Because these motherfuckers play like, if it's play like games a fucking month, bro. That's a lot. You know what I mean? Oh, and then it's like there's superstars. There's not on. take the MLB. They need to there are some cats that have the potential to do it though, but change. It's like old. You know what I mean? Like you got to be it's right now. There is no casual. You're hardcore or nothing at all. And sport, every major sport, a casual fan, a hard fan. You know what I mean? Casual fans of football watch the Super Bowl and offs. They can name 3 players. NBA too. But with MLB, people can't name anybody in MLB. I can name 1. You know what I'm saying? Mookie Betts could be a potential for them. But you know who the fuck Mookie Betts is.
Right. And like you said at the beginning of the show, I mean, you're live tweeting your woes from the A's when they're fucking up or the owners on some bullshit. You're watching pretty much every game during the regular season. But like you said, fans like that are few and far between. Whereas you're either going to be you're going to be all in on the regular season, or you're probably not even going to pay attention. Like with me, I'll sit down and watch the games when it's the playoffs. When it's the regular season, I would rather go to the games. I would rather be at a game because we've been to plenty of Dodgers games together, and it's like those are fun to go to. But watching regular season baseball, yep.
No, they're fun. Like you're going to the game live is fun, but you're gonna make most of your money when people tune in on TV. You'll get better sponsors. Perfect. Yep. The only reason I watch every A's game for the last 2 seasons is because T-Mobile gave us BT. So if you got T-Mobile, you got MLB TV. I watch all the games for free. Would I pay for this shit? Hell no.
Right.
And I pay Red Zone, and it owns this shit. That shit move.
But to your point,
would I pay for this shit? Hell no.
That's worth the investment. No. Yeah, exactly. So you have you have T-Mobile. You're right. Yeah. So there you go. We like A-Rod's commissioner for a day ideas. Hey, MLB, we know you watch the show. Take heed of these ideas, man. We're rooting for baseball. We play baseball. We love baseball. Damn it, we want a better product. So
I love baseball, man. Like y'all need to fucking some young blood marketing and PR dudes.
Yep.
Y'all need to these motherfuckers y'all need to poach some motherfuckers from the NBA and NFL, PR marketing and offer them double what they get paid there. You gonna make it back on the back end. Y'all got the fucking y'all got the you man. There's no household name baseball right now. Zero.
Right.
And the only way you could be household is if you're set grandmother that doesn't watch the sport. Oh yeah, I know him.
Exactly.
70-year-old grandmother know who LeBron is. Period.
Exactly.
You feel me?
There are stars within baseball, but then there are stars that are like global stars that transcend the actual sport. So yeah, we don't really have that.
If you put Betts in the same pitch with LeBron James, most people wouldn't know who the fuck Betts was. They would just think, oh, that's his homeboy. No, he's a World Series champion. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He the reason the Dodgers won that shit 2 years ago.
Right.
So
exactly.
But it takes good PR for that.
Exactly.
Good PR.
And finally, speaking of good PR and branding and marketing, we're in the second round. We're in the semifinals of the playoffs. So your predictions for the matchups in the Western and Eastern Conference Finals. Obviously, we know how you feel about your Dubs.
Dubs, Suns. Who the Sixers playing right now?
You got Sixers versus Heat, and then it's the Bucks just won tonight in a hell of a game against the Celtics. So they're up 3-2. Okay,
so I'm gonna go the Buck. I haven't been watching East shit at all. I watch no East shit with you. It's 2 teams I liked out the East didn't even make the playoff. East
and Miami's up 3-2 against Philly. By the way, they play tomorrow in Philly, so Miami's up in that series.
Honestly, out of the East, I really don't care. To be honest with you, I don't see nobody out the East winning. Like, whether the Suns or the Warriors win, like, the West in that shit again. Like,
I
so,
agree. I think it's going to be Warriors and Suns as well, and whoever wins that series is going to win the title. In the East, I think it's going to end up being Bucks and Heat, and then the Bucks are going to go back to the title, and that's either. I wouldn't be shocked. You could tell me the Warriors or the Suns were going to the finals. I believe you. I think that's going to go. I think that's going to go 7 games. Shit. It's going to go 7 games that series. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think the Bucks get back to the finals from the East, and that's either going to be the Warriors or the Suns.
You know, it was funny. Like I like Devin Booker brought to the league. I thought he was smooth. I like the way he hooped. He got a nice everything. You know, a good series, bro.
Warriors got that pedigree. Series. Warriors got that pedigree. They're at full strength. They know what it takes. They've been there before.
Everybody hate the Warriors, bro. I'm sorry, bro. We had fucking Jason Richardson, Run TMC, and fuck Gilbert Arenas. And
the We Believe squad, damn it.
Trail Speedwell. Yeah, We Believe. Monta Ellis. You know, I remember all shit. We are sorry. Now, you know, motherfuckers is a dynasty and shit. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think the Dubs gonna win the whole shit though.
I won't be surprised
if that don't happen. Yeah, just because I'm a fan of them, it's just like reality. That's what I see happening.
Right.
Next year, that happens, it's gonna win the whole shit. Like, the Suns winning that whole shit out the West. I don't think it's gonna happen this year though.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if either. I think it's either going to be either one of those teams that wins it all. I don't think it's going to be the East this year. So I'm with you on that.
You know what's crazy, Gary Phil? I don't remember the last time LeBron James wasn't in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think if you remember, if I'm not mistaken, they missed the playoffs in 2018 because remember that was the year that Magic Johnson Johnson had the press conference in the hallway, and he's like, "I'm getting the fuck up out of here." That was the year that they missed it, and then they traded it. They traded everybody for Anthony Davis, and then they won the title in the bubble. So it was the year before. Yeah, I know.
That's right.
I know LeBron, bro. LeBron's at fucking Taylor's right now. He's at Taylor's Steakhouse right now with Jeannie Butter. You better get this shit straight. I'm fucking going back to Cleveland.
For real.
Fuck this shit. I got one more. Honestly, on my deal.
He should go back to Cleveland, bro. Give Cleveland another chance.
Yep.
All right, now. You bring LeBron plug him in. Man, they back in the playoffs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
They might win the title with the team that they have now if they brought him back in.
I could see that. You know two teams I like out the East. I like Chicago and I like Charlotte. I like a lot, bro. One of my favorite hoopers.
Yep.
Motherfucker is the truth, bro. He's young, ain't he like 20?
Oh yeah, and the thing that people forget about LaMelo is that him playing overseas, he was a teenager playing against grown men. So it's almost like when the foreign players come over here, he was over there playing like Latvia and Australia and shit, playing against like fucking 30-year-olds. So he's got the experience of being a pro. I think people kind of forget that.
Right.
So it's no surprise that he comes in and he's doing his thing because he already knew what it took to be a pro. So they're one piece away. Chicago definitely got better with DeRozan, and they had a really good year.
Oh yeah,
I mean, shit, they got Lonzo. They took Alex Caruso from the Lakers because the Lakers wouldn't even match what the Bulls gave him. So he's like, I'm going to give you an opportunity to sign me, and they're like, nope, we're good. And you saw where that got him because they didn't have no fucking pieces this year. They lost all their role players. Kuzma's gone.
Who you like out the West?
Gone. As far as who's on the come up.
On the come up, young.
Well, you know what? If they finally let his ass play, New Orleans, because Zion, Brandon Ingram had a great year, and then they traded and they got CJ McCollum, so they could be really dangerous. So they're on the come up, and it's like it just for the not even that they're good right now, but man, I would love to see Sack be good again, man. Like fucking Sack. Sack has been trash for so many years. Damn it! All the
Mark Davis.
Who owns them?
I mean, not Mark Davis. What coach? They just hired a new coach from the Lakers.
Yeah.
Didn't they? Yesterday?
Well,
I swear I seen that.
they had Luke Walton, but damn it, who is the fucking Sacramento Kings coach? Let's find this
Hired
out.
somebody yesterday from the Lakers.
I think they actually who is it, Alvin Gentry?
No.
He's the coach currently? Not Alvin Gentry. Oh, is it Mike Brown?
Who is it?
They're hiring Mike. Yeah, they're hiring
Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Right.
Oddly
Mike Brown.
enough, is coaching for the Warriors tonight because apparently Steve Kerr has COVID. So he's actually coaching for the Warriors. And I think the Warriors actually getting, oh my God, bro, the Warriors are down 119-67 right now. Good God almighty. What the hell is going on?
I didn't even know that.
Dub City? Shit. But yeah, man. So I definitely like the New Orleans. But look, reviewers, we're coming up against it. We want to thank our guy, the Ultimate Savage, Top Heel, Kevin Robinson, for joining us. Kev, plug all your stuff, varsity class, what you offer with your courses, whether it's in real estate investment, option trading, crypto, vending, brokerage, the whole thing. What can people find at thevarsityclass.com, sir?
Well, I'll tell you this. The best place to find me nowadays is just my YouTube channel.
Yes.
Just tap in with me on here. So right now, search Kevin Robinson Jr. That's it. Mm-hmm. Subscribe, watch a couple of videos, like my shit. That's the best way to that's what I'm building right now. That's my focus right now. So I haven't even live streamed none of that. I've only been on YouTube for a year. I haven't done any of this shit yet. I'm planning on it. It'll be soon, but in the meantime, it's a lot of content. I drop every Monday at 4 and 5 o'clock West Coast time. So, just tap in with me on here, YouTube.
Yep, exactly. And as you know, if you follow us at JB and Bane Blue, we are always tweeting Kevin's channel because he's dropping that good game for all you young men out there, especially those trying to, work your way up in the world, especially if you're building a business or you're an entrepreneur. He gives you the good game to do so. So make sure to search Kevin Robinson on YouTube and follow him at Kev Robinson Jr. on Twitter, and he'll be posting those videos, as he said, so you can always check that out right there from social media. And tap with us, man, at JB and Bane Blue for all your social media. And again, if you still want the podcast, go to patreon.com/JB and Bane Blue. $1 a month, baby. That's it. $1 a month, and you can still
make sure y'all tap into the Patreon, man. For Please real. Do. Let me say, y'all do that. Make sure y'all tap in and do that. Make sure y'all you donate to the cap. You feel me? We pay for this, bro. Like, we give y'all content every week. We pay for it. The least you can do is tap in, get it on, send some money to us, cash. You support.
Well said. Yeah, we would appreciate it because we've been, as the reviewers know, we've been at this for a while. And listen, man, this helps us keep the show going strong. And that's it. We'll be back next week. JB will be here. Our thanks to our guy, the Ultimate Savage, Kevin Robinson. He will be back very soon. Tap it with him, Kevin Robinson, on YouTube. And that's it. This has been the JB and Bane Blue Review, episode 20. And until next week, we're out, baby. Peace. Yeah.